Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to live coverage of softball here on the Region Sports Network. We come to you today from Lake Central High School as the Hanover Central Wildcats are taking on the Lake Central Indians today on the gorgeous diamond here at Lake Central. Michael Brenner here for the play-by-play. Can't wait to get this one going between two of the better teams in the state of Indiana. You got Lake Central coming in ranked number 1 in the state of Indiana according to Max Preps, and ranked number 17 nationally, in here to take on the Hanover Central Wildcats that are ranked 56th in the state of Indiana, 10-7 on the year, 6-5 in that Northwest Crossroads Conference in Class 3A. And as we get you those starting lineups in just a moment, we tune you now in to the national anthem. Well, while we wait for the national anthem to get played here at Lake Central, we want to remind you that NIPSCO is proud to be powering the youth of Northern Indiana. NIPSCO is wishing its Northern Indiana high schools to have safe competition while displaying sportsmanship on and off the field. And we will also go ahead and give you our game day forecast brought to you by our friends at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. Today's forecast, a very beautiful 75 degrees outside today. A slight wind kind of blowing from right to left here on the field, and nice breeze coming into the press box as well, and a few clouds in the sky. It is picturesque here at Lake Central. Gorgeous day for softball, for baseball, or just being outside in general. So we encourage you to, after the conclusion of this broadcast, we want you to make sure you stay, or bring us outside with you, whatever the case may be, because it's a good day to be outside for sure. And that's your game day forecast brought to you by our friends at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, keeping you cool in the summer and cozy in the winter. We will have those starting lineups for both teams here in just a few moments as we tune you into the national anthem. And a great rendition of our national anthem, as always, here at Lake Central. Let's go ahead and go through those starting lineups for you. First, for the visiting team on the scoreboard, it'll be the Hanover Central Wildcats. Number 10, Gabrielle Comia, leads things off playing shortstop. Then Caitlin Duffy, number 14, playing center field, followed by Sienna Inkowitz, the second baseman in the ballgame today. In the cleanup spot, you got Sienna Stilley, the catcher, and the battery mate for El Mowry, who will be pitching today. In the next spot, number 5, Abigail Caston, the first baseman, and then number 8, Paige Jamalowitz, the right fielder, followed by Abigail Bauman, the third baseman. In the 8th spot, Adeline McMahon, who will man left field, and then Peyton Inkowitz, the designated player in place of El Mowry, who in 12 appearances this year, 2-3 on the year with a 2.16 ERA, 20 strikeouts, but 20 walks to her record as well in 35 2/3 inning pitched. She has given up 28 runs but only 11 are earned. On the bump, or in the circle today, In the circle today for Lake Central is going to be Maddie Such. In 15 appearances, 11-0 with a sterling 1.06 ERA. Only giving up 12 runs, only 10 earned, 22 walks, but 115 strikeouts, according to Max Preps, in 66 and a third innings pitched. Defensively for Lake Central, well, we'll take a look at them defensively in just a moment. It'll be Gabrielle Camilla to lead things off. So the shortstop, Camilla, batting 600 on the year. Not too shabby for the leadoff hitter. First pitch in from Such is a high fastball taken with a swing and a miss. So quickly 0-1 the count there. Van Vossen sees something there at second base. She's going to go say something to Such there. Maddie Such in the circle today. The 0-1 swung on and missed from Camilla, batting from that left side of the batter's box. She's trying to push something into the right field area. If it's outside, she would like to poke it out to left. Fairly large gap out there in right center, though. Such kicks and fires the 0-2. It's going to be up and out for ball number one. Yeah, 600 on the years for Camilla with 6 extra base hits, 14 driven in. And if she gets on, she is a stolen base threat. 16 stolen bases on the year. There's the 1-2. It's up and in. So the count evens at 2, working a good at-bat here. It's a pitcher that likes to work quickly. Again, as we mentioned, a 1.06 ERA in 15 appearances. So this is appearance number 16 on the year. And a 2-2. This one popped in the air. This will get into the stands and moving people out of the way, trying to catch softballs in the stands. Unfortunately, it's not a bananas game where if the fans were to catch it, it's an out. We don't do that here at Lake Central. I know this is a DAC versus NCC matchup, but still not the rules here. Another 2-2 offering here. And that's in there for called strike 3. So one down here in the first. Caitlin Duffy, center fielder, also from that left side of the plate, will dig in here. Maddie Such kicks and fires that one, missing low. So 1-0. Emily Burke-Kananuski behind the plate, calling balls and strikes today, and French Schub out there at first base, or behind first base, going to make the calls on the base path. 1-0. That one missing just outside. And not that one just yet, so quickly 2-0 on Caitlin Duffy. Comes in 256 on the year. Has an extra base hit to her name. Here in this, we can't call it the early part of the season anymore. It feels early because you got Major League Baseball just starting up for the most part. But here in high school, we got started back in late March, and we've already had the sectional draws. So both these schools will be kind of gearing towards that as we get closer and closer to the end of the month. Feels like the baseball and softball seasons always seem to move a little bit quicker than the other sports as we wind down the end of the school year as well. By the way, all those teachers and people involved in education, happy Teacher Appreciation Week to all of them out there. 3-0. And that one in there for a strike, so taking all the way and trying to motor her way down to first base. Trying to convince the home plate umpire that it's a ball. Comes in there with a down-the-middle fastball. So the 3-1 delivery here. This one chopped on the ground, left side. Coach Ankowitz couldn't come up with that play. I'm sure some of his players will give him a hard time about that in the dugout a little bit later. Portinga, Adams, and Iwema from left to right in the outfield. Renshin and Schaefer on the left side of the infield. Van Vossen and Streiler on the right side. Wainwright behind the plate today. We'll give you those names on the other side of the scorecard as well. And that's going to be a 1-out walk. So a base on balls for Caitlin Duffy, and now this will be Sienna Ankowitz. Number 12, batting .400 on the year. It's driven in 17, so there's a runner on base now. Caitlin Duffy can steal. She's got 3 stolen bases on the season. That pitch in there for called strike 1. First batter batting from that right-handed batter's box, and we've got a signal here, maybe a give a change of gloves or something, so the home plate umpire calling for time as Mr. Schub out there between first and second. Looks like he's ready to man second base out there. That's why I brought Zach Zanelli along. We thought he was going to take second base, but he said, nah, I'll just stick to running the board ops today. This one lined right back to Such in the circle, and they're going to double up Duffy at first base. The line shot right back to the pitcher, and that might be an early candidate for our proud Union Home play of the game. Pretty impressive double play turn there to end the first inning. We go to the bottom of the first. You're watching Game Night here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
When life keeps you busy and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strachan Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use. Register using your rewards account information, fill your virtual cart, and choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save time and money with our online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple, shopping made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. Michael Brenner here from Lake Central High School. Giving you this one here between the Duneland Athletic Conference and the Northwest Crossroad Conference. Kind of a bummer situation for Hanover in the top half of the first inning. They draw a base on balls after 1 out, and then a line shot causes a double play, and you're thinking, man, you know, a team that's ranked highly in the nation, not just the state of Indiana, but ranked highly in the nation. You got a base on balls and a runner, you got to take advantage of that, and there they go, doubling you up. All right, for Lake Central, Kate Renshin will lead things off. She is definitely doing good in that leadoff spot, followed by Julie Adams and Michaela Van Vossen in the top of the lineup. Taylor Schaefer, Jessie Del Toro, and Lexi Iwema in the middle part of that lineup. Bunt down the third base line, it's going to be foul. Rounding out the lineup will be Maddie Wainwright, followed by Caitlin Streiler and Izzy Portinga at the bottom of the lineup for Lake Central. McMahon, Duffy, and Dramalowitz in right, from left to right in the outfield. Bauman, Comey on the left side, Ankowitz and Kasten on the right side of the infield. Stiley is behind the plate today for pitcher Elle Mowry in her 13th appearance of the year. 2-3 with a 2.16 ERA. 1-to-1 ratio when it comes to balls and walks and strikeouts, excuse me. This pitch is upstairs on Kate Renshin. Kate Renshin coming in batting .566 on the year. I was writing these numbers down in my book when I got here today, and just writing down some of these high averages for some of these ladies at the top of all through this Lake Central lineup. This one popped up right behind second base and caught by Ankowitz. That's Sienna Ankowitz out there. So a pop-up to lead things off. I should say it's a pop-up to the second baseman, but on the shortstop side of the circle, or the bag. So Jolie Adams coming up here now from the left side. Center fielder today, another high average in this Lake Central lineup. 582 according to Max Preps. That pitch in there for a strike on the outside part of the plate. 9 extra base hits. She's driven in 20 and stolen 9. So 0-1 to Adams, who patrols center field in the top half of the inning here. Slightly open stance, that front foot a little bit behind that back foot there. Takes it for ball 2, so 2-1 the count. Adams has a look like she's ready to pick one out and drive it somewhere out into right center. They are giving her a lot of room out there, and that one missing just off the edge. So 3-1 the count. We're trying to work a base on balls as well. Although these Lake Central hitters would much rather drive one out somewhere and get to run the base paths a little bit. This one lined right to Sienna Ankowitz out there at second base. She's getting all the action so far. But way to stay with that one. Kind of caught in between, maybe playing that one on a bounce and still maybe trying to get that on a line. Not an easy thing to do when you're kind of caught in between. You can see that it's sinking very quickly on you there. Then you're caught in between whether you want to short hop it and charge it and attack it or wait back on it for it to fall right into the glove. Number 3 in the lineup here, Michaela Van Vossen, second baseman for this Lake Central squad. 531 on the year, 19 extra base hits. Not too shabby for the sophomore. This one right back to the pitcher, and they will throw her out. Easy peasy. 1, 2, 3 goes Mowry. We go to the second inning, no score. You're watching Game 9 of the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Crowell Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
We roll to the top of the second inning here at Lake Central. It's Hanover Central and Lake Central doing battle here on the softball diamond. Sienna Stilley, Abigail Caston, and Paige Jamalowitz, your scheduled hitters here in the second. First pitch into Stilley is taken for, did they call that a strike or was that ball 1? Okay, she did call it. The hand was behind the pole. I couldn't see the hand. Next pitch just missing off the edge. I'll have to double check with, and I know I've been given this answer many times, and it's mainly just it's a preference, I think, by umpires. But I noticed the home plate umpire set up way on the inside part of the plate here to a right-handed hitter. So if the ball were to come on that left side from the pitcher's perspective, or our right side from the pitcher, or from our perspective, sometimes you may not be able to see if it crosses the plate exactly the right way, and why umpires set up in certain spots. I'll have to talk to our friend Larry Babcock about this. And I know I've asked that question a number of times, why set up on one side or the other of a catcher. And that's called strike 3 on the outside part of the play. No problem seeing it that time. Second strikeout of the day for Maddie Such. Second strikeout. Both times leading off an inning here. So here comes Abigail Caston now. Batting .400 on the year, not too shabby. Swing and a miss, a little tardy on that swing. It's driven in 10 on the year. Like to get on base and set the tone. There's something cooking here for Hanover Central. That's what they would like to see happen. That one missing. No, I'm sorry, on the outside part of the plate for a strike. Over here jumping to conclusions on calls. Such will step off and we'll have time called between these two teams. Talked about sectional play and already coming up right around the corner. Today's May 6th. We got May 20th. Calumet New Tech will take on Hanover over at Griffith. That'll be game 4. That'll be on the 20th as that's another strikeout, third of the day. 118 strikeouts on the year now, adding that up with coming in for today with Maddie Such. Griffith and River Forest will also play in the softball fields over there at Griffith on the 20th. So, according to Max Preps, Calumet New Tech and Hanover will do battle around 7 o'clock-ish. We'll take a look at sectionals for Lake Central in just a moment. A little bit bigger sectional to work with. They'll take on Maryville on the 21st. That'll be the nightcap here, as this is Paige Jamalowitz at the dish. Quickly 0-2 the count to her. Over 300 on the year. 5 extra base hits. Looking to grab her 6th right now if she can. Everybody's having a hard time catching up to these pitches from Such. Giving a little encouragement out there in the circle. Schaefer out there for Lake Central. 1-2 pitch coming up here. And that's right back to the screen. Don't forget the conclusion of this one. We will have the Crow Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the Game 2 award. Crow Companies are proud to recognize the superheroes on the softball diamond. Another 1-2 pitch about to be delivered here. And that's going to be strike 3. And she strikes out the side here in the second inning. We go to the bottom of the second. Lake Central coming up. You're watching Game Night here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Save for a healthy tomorrow with an HSA checking account from Tech Credit Union. It's a tax-advantaged way to save and pay for healthcare expenses. You'll enjoy no setup fee, no annual fee, and easy access to funds. Plus, you'll earn a better-than-competitive dividend rate, currently at 2.27% APY. Visit techcu.org, contact any branch, or call 800-276-8324 to learn more. Tech Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA. Rates may change without notice.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. We go to the bottom of the second inning here at Lake Central. It'll be Schaefer, Del Toro, and Iwema, the scheduled hitters. This one on the ground, left side. Comia across the diamond and quickly gets it over there to first base. What a play by Comia. Threw a dart right to Caston at first base. So 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. Lake Central looking to get something going here. Coming in on the season 24-0. 11-0 in conference play. Swing and a miss from Del Toro. 354 on the year. She's got 8 extra base hits. She's driven in 15. Designated player in today's lineup. And this one on the ground, that'll be a foul ball down the first base line. I was getting really close. It just went into foul territory as it approached the bag. Don't forget, at the conclusion of this one, we'll have the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game, brought to you by the Boilermakers Local 374. This one on the right side. Ankowitz over to first, and it's dropped at first base by Caston. So the ruling here in the press box is going to be error. Here's the question, though. Is that an error on the throw or on the catch? I'm going to say that's an error on the catch, right? That's an error on the first baseman, Caston. Looked like it was a pretty decent throw there. So Del Toro gets on. She doesn't really care about either way. She just wants to get on base as Lexi Iwema comes to the plate. From that left side, this one down the third base line and into left field. She gets on with the first hit of the ball game today. No question about that one.
Number 24, Maddie Wainwright.
Here comes Maddie Wainwright, the catcher for Lake Central. She's batting an even .500. And she comes in here with 1 away and runners on first and second. So Mowry from the circle. This one fouled back to the screen on the right side. So certainly a threat here for Lake Central. Again, Lake Central ranked number 1, according to Max Preps, in Indiana, 17th in the country. That pitch on the inside. Nope, excuse me, it's a called strike.
Let's go, let's fight, kids. That's how we fight.
This pole right down the center of the cage here, blocking the arm from my vantage point of the home plate umpire. This one on the ground, right side, picked up. We've got a collision as Lexi Iwema trying to force her way to second base. She'll be tagged out, so it'll be a fielder's choice for Maddie Wainwright. And Lexi Iwema is not afraid to get in your face a little bit. Volleyball player, basketball player as well. And I think that's what Ankowitz is going to go try to say, that, hey, she impeded an opportunity for a play to be made to second base. I'm sorry, at first base. So there should be a double play is what Coach Ankowitz is probably trying to get here from Shub. And Fred Shub saying, nah, I didn't see it that way. So we are going to have a courtesy runner here for Lake Central. And that'll be Mackenzie Kalinsky.
Number 14, Mackenzie Kalinsky.
So it'll be Caitlin Streiler on now to hit. And with that runner at third, got to get that first run across the board if you're Lake Central. Swing and a miss.
Leave that out, leave that out.
Throw down to second base, not going to be in time, so it's a stolen base for Kalinsky. That'll be the 10th stolen base of the year for Kalinsky. Not in the original lineup today, but in there as a courtesy runner. This one popped up on the infield. Comia is there to retire the side with the pop up to short. So Lake Central was threatening, but doesn't scratch a run across the board. We've gone through 2 innings and no score here from Lake Central. You're watching Game 9 of the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craftworkers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craftworkers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Planting a tree, installing a fence, whether your project is big or small, NIPSCO reminds you to know what's below and contact 811 at least 2 full business days before doing any digging so that utility companies can mark the location of their underground lines. Contacting 811 is free and it's the law. Avoid possible penalties, costly repairs, or injuries. DIY or a pro, safety is in your hands. Every dig, every time.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. Michael Brender here with you from the press box here at gorgeous Lake Central High School. Amazing facilities here around the area. Been able to get around the region here a little bit this season and see a lot of the great spectacular venues these teams are all sporting here. As this one popped up from Abigail Bauman and hits a catch in and out from Stryler. 1 pitch, 1 out, just like the bottom of the second inning. This time we're in the top of the third. Everything moving very quickly here at Lake Central. So Maddie Such, 2 1/3 innings, no hits allowed so far. Does have a walk, though, 4 strikeouts. Hanover trying to get something going here. Here comes Annalyn McMahon. That one in there for a called strike outside part of the plate. Pete Inkowitz, the designated player, due up next. So Such with that right foot on the rubber. Gets strike 2 on the half-hearted swing from McMahon, who takes care of left field out there for the Wildcats. So 0-2 here with 1 away, top of the 3rd inning. We do have more awards we're going to hand out at the end of this one as well. And that's going to be strike 3. 5th strikeout of the day for Maddie Such. Make sure you stay with us after the game. We'll have that Proud Union Home Play of the Game presented by the Region Sports Network. And if you are a trade union representative and are interested in sponsoring the Proud Union Home Play of the Game, please call Chris Ramirez at 219-588-1984. Do it right now. Call him right now. He's listening. He's eagerly awaiting your call. Digging in here, Peyton Ankowitz takes that one in there for a strike. Scott Stessel working the camera today, doing a phenomenal job over there here at Lake Central. And then Zach Zanelli working our production, making me sound as good as possibly can be. It's very hard to do. It's tough work. It's good to see Scott. I haven't seen him since, I believe, the football season, which feels like 10 years ago already. But just before you know it, it's going to be right around that corner. That pitch just outside, so 1-2 the count here to Peyton Ankowitz. Yeah, that feels like football season feels like 10 years ago, but it feels like it's going to be here with next week. We got to get through summer first, though. I want summer break. I don't know about you, Zach, but I want summer break. 1-2, swing and a miss. Down she goes on strikeouts, and that's strikeout number 6 of the afternoon for Maddie Such. We go to the bottom of the 3rd, no score. You're watching Game 9 of the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
The Athletic Performance Factory is Northwest Indiana's premier athletic training center. The 40,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility features batting cages, a sand training room, a new outdoor turf infield, and so much more. Check out the facility for one of their daily classes at 3150 45th Street in Highland. Interested in signing up for team workouts or individual lessons? Check out their website at trainapf.com or contact them at 219-750-1087. Athletic Performance Factory, where athletes are made.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. We're motoring along here at Lake Central. Bottom of the third inning, Izzy Portinga, and then back to the top of the lineup with Kate Wrenchin and Jolie Adams, your scheduled hitters.
Up there, number 18, Izzy Portinga.
So Izzy Portinga from that left side will dig in here. I'm digging the bright red bat. Kind of sticks out here with two teams that have blue as their primary color. Lake Central, traditional blue, and then Hanover with kind of that lighter blue, sky blue kind of shade. First pitch was called a strike, so now Mowry will jump back in here. Showing bunt, pulls it back, and that's going to be high. To 1 ball, 1 strike here to Portenga, the left fielder today. 333 on the year, has an extra base hit. Just trying to set the table here a little bit for the top of the lineup, because that's where we're heading next for Lake Central. And this Lake Central team can score runs in bunches, that's for sure. 241 runs on the season. This one fouled away. It's about 10 runs a game. You break it down at 24 games played so far this year. That one skips away and gets out of the hand of Mowry a little bit too early here. So Portenga with the count full now. I may have been asking the home plate umpire maybe a question on a call at some point in the game, or just a friendly like, hey, how you doing back there? Doing okay? There's a breeze, so it's not too warm outside, but when that sun is shining, it definitely feels a lot warmer. Payoff pitch, ground ball that goes foul. So getting a little piece of it. All right, I got to ask everybody here in the press box, is she allowed to have that red bat when they play like Munster or Crown Point? Is that allowed? No? Yes? Okay. This one fouled away. I would just think having a red bat would not be allowed when you play teams with red as their private, especially rivals like Crown Point or Munster. I know I wore red one time getting ready to come up for a broadcast, and I was almost turned away because I was wearing red. Saying, you can't wear that up here. Like, well, I'm neutral. Pitch is outside, so it's a leadoff walk to start the third inning here for Lake Central. So Kate Wrenchin up here now for Lake Central. Wrenchin in just her junior season here with Lake Central. Having herself quite a season. First pitch outside. Runner thought about going. Stops a little bit off of first. As I mentioned, coming into the game, Kate Wrenchin, .566 batting average. Coming in here today, probably dropped to about .565 with that pop-up to the second baseman. That was on the shortstop side of second. 14 extra base hits, driven in 26. And if she gets on, she's definitely a threat to steal. 28 stolen bases for the junior. Count 2-0 on Wrenchin. They're definitely keeping an eye on Portenga down there at first. Swing and a miss. They're going to throw down to second, and it looks like they're going to get her. 2-6 on the putout, and that's another candidate for our Proud Union Home play of the game. Lake Central with an opportunity to get a runner in scoring position, and a great throw from Stilley down there behind the dish. Excellent feed, and Comia coming up with the tag. So one away here in the third, and this kind of changes the mindset for Wrenchin a little bit, I would think. Now just got to worry about getting on base. Showing bunt, pulling the bat back. So 3-0 the count here to Kate Wrenchin. Mentioned 14 extra base hits. 4 of those have been for home runs. On the ground, right in between first and second. A one-out hit. Second base hit of the game for Lake Central. So this will bring up Jolie Adams now.
Jolie Adams.
We mentioned before, Kate Wrenchin, 28 stolen bases on the year. Thought about going there. Ball kind of popped up on Stilley there just a little bit. Probably not enough to make Wrenchin feel comfortable about making that break towards second, but everyone is on alert on the infield in case Wrenchin takes off. Pitch was called a ball, so Adams sees a 1-1 count here. This one bunted right in front of the plate, down to first, just in time. Down to first base, 2-4 on that put out, and it allows Wrenchin to get to second. So Michaela Van Vossen now with a runner in scoring position. She's driven in 28 on the year. Number 29 would look really good right now. Lake Central's had a little bit of a threat here in the last 2 innings. They had a runner get all the way to third base in that second inning and couldn't get that run across the board, and now a runner in scoring position trying to get that first run across the board for either side here today. So Van Vossen climbs back in here. This one line down the left field line, but it'll be fouling into the bullpen over there. Down the left field line. So Maury delivers again. This one bounces in. Got to be careful pitching to a lot of these Lake Central hitters because they've got some power and they can definitely pick one out and drive it if it's in their hitting zone. And I would imagine that hitting zone for all these players is a little bit bigger than most. Feel comfortable getting about anything. Right back to Maury over to first, and that'll retire the side. Another 1-3 put out. Lake Central with threats, but getting it right back to where it came from there. All right, we go to the 4th inning. Still no score. You're watching Game 9 of the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
How far would you go to live another game night in the region? Well, lucky for you, you don't have to go far at all.
At Region Sports Network, we have a collection of over thousands of games, ranging from last week to the 1960s. Now, you can relive the thrilling victories, heartbreaking defeats, and all the things that make Region Sports so great. Talk to us here at RSN and help us remember the region. Please visit Remember the Region with the link on the screen or through our link tree found on all of our social media platforms. Hashtag Remember the Region.
We go to the top of the fourth inning here at Lake Central, getting ready with the top of the Hanover lineup here to be Gabriel Comia leading things off. And Matty Such giving that first pitch, goes outside. Checking the wristband, figuring out where they want to put this one. 1-0 in there for a called strike, so evens the count at 1 here. We have seen some spectacular plays already in this one. Right back to the pitchers, and pitchers have been heavily involved in defensive plays today. Already a throw out at second base as well. And this one lined into center. Adams going back, and this one is off the base of the wall. Comia digs into second, and it's a leadoff double to start the fourth inning. Her 7th extra base hit of the year. There was a moment there that one looked like it might be going out here. If the wind was a little bit stronger, it could have helped it. But as it is, it's a leadoff double to start the fourth inning in Hanover. Trying to get a little something going here. Caitlin Duffy will come up now for the Wildcats. Third double of the season for Comia. Mentioned that's her 7th extra base hit. So now you've got Caitlin Duffy coming up, who drew a base on balls her last time up. And they're going to have a meeting in the circle, trying to figure out what they're going to do defensively in case this happens or this happens. If it's hit to this side, who goes where. Making sure everybody's on the same page and communicating with one another. Infield looks like it's playing up a little bit as well. Expecting a bunt to move the runner over to third base. Yeah, the corner infielders are way in front of the bags. Such delivers, bunt shown, ball gets back to the backstop, but it must have gotten a piece of the bat of Duffy. The umpire put the hands up as to indicate a foul ball. So 0-1 the count here for Duffy. Infield still drawn in, expecting this bunt. Bunt shown. Ball comes back up our way, just in front of the window. That was heading right for Zach Zanelli. I was ready to catch it, but it wasn't in my spot of the window here. So quickly 0-2. Zach Zanelli, you can come up from under the table now. It's okay. There's a window in front of you. Here's the 0-2. That one skips away and gets away from Wainwright. So that runner moves up now, and that definitely is changing the at-bat here. Duffy was not showing bunt that time because it's a 2-strike count, but now the runner gets to move up anyway on the wild pitch. So now you got a runner at third base. Nobody out. Got to focus on just a strikeout here, and Schaefer with some words to Such. Such, just a freshman with this Lake Central team. Schaefer, the junior. This one fouled left side. For Hanover here, this is a must-score situation. You are playing not only one of the best teams in the state, but one of the best teams in the country. And if you have a chance to score first here, waiting all the way to the fourth inning, I mean, you feel like you're already kind of winning this game by leaving Lake Central off the scoreboard so far today through 3 innings. And now with a golden opportunity to score a run. So Caitlin Duffy still trying to drive in that run. Maddie Such delivers. Swing and a miss. And down on strikes goes Duffy.
Up the bat, number 12, Sienna Inkowitz.
So here comes Sienna Inkowitz now. Going to try to poke one somewhere. Looks like the left side of the infield drawn in. Actually, the entire infield coming in here. They're going to play in just in case that runner breaks from third here with one away in the inning. This one bunted down the first baseline, but it goes foul. That would have definitely scored the run. So again, infield drawn in here. Third base kind of playing even with the bag right about now, maybe just a hair in front of the bag as they're all going to move in just a little bit more. Again, expecting this bunt attempt to try to score the run. Middle infield drawn back a little bit. Corner infield spots are in. Creeping up ever so slightly, and this one bunted into foul territory yet again. So 0-2. The count here on Ankowitz. So the bunt attempts have not been working for Hanover so far, but a wild pitch has allowed the runner down to third. We'll see the 0-2 here. This one lined, and this will fall in for a hit. 1-0 Wildcats on the RBI single from Sienna Inkowitz.
Up the bat, number 21, Sienna Billy.
So here comes Sienna Stilley now. Trying to keep this lineup moving for the Wildcats. Again, corner infielders drawn in slightly. Middle infield back in double play depth. First pitch, swing and miss. Next pitch in there for a strike on the outside part of the plate. So 0-2 here on Sienna Stilley, who struck out her last time up. This one rocketed foul out behind us. Scott Stessel having to dive out of the way of that one over there. He was fine. He was ready to protect the equipment. He knew he didn't have to get the big paw up. He was fine. Zach almost hit under the table again. That's because he's wearing a sock shirt. That's why. Next pitch here. Down on strikes. That time swinging 8 strikeouts on the day for Maddie Such. And this will bring up Abigail Keston. So the Wildcats lead at 1-0 here in the 4th inning. If you were to ask anybody prior to this game, this is not how they would have expected this game to be going. At least on the Lake Central side, Hanover's thinking, hey, you know what? Don't count us out. You know, during football season, they might say any given Friday or any given Sunday. You know, any one matchup. Things can happen. That pitch missing just inside, so that'll be a ball, 2-0. And you know what? Like, if I'm Lake Central's coach, I'm thinking to myself, you know what? Maybe we've been not breezing through all of our competition, but getting through our competition, 24-0. Could use some nail-biter type of games for when you get into sectionals and regionals and semi-state, how to deal with these pressure situations. Strike there, 2-1. you know, something doesn't go your way, you make a mistake or a run scores, you weren't expecting something to happen, you know, and Maddie Such, just a freshman, how does she bounce back from a situation like this? Swing and a miss, 2-2. So far she's answering just fine, coming up here and pumping strikes. Big 2-2 pitch coming here. And got her. 9 strikeouts through 4 innings. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Hanover leads it 1-0. You're watching Game 9 of the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
When life keeps you busy and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strachan Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use. Register using your rewards account information, fill your virtual cart, and choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save time and money with our online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple, shopping made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Welcome back to Game 9 here on the Region Sports Network. We were just talking about how Zach Zanelli was almost going to come up with that foul ball had the window been open. And that's just like the best hands in the business, just like Bricklayers Local 4, Indiana, Kentucky. Join Bricklayers Local 4 and start building your career today. Visit baclocal4.org to find out more. Zach said he wasn't confident whether he would have caught that or not. I have all the confidence in the world in Mr. Zanelli. He's fresh off a trip to St. Louis. He's back here in the region. No place you want to be on a Monday afternoon. On a glorious day for any sport outside. Nice breeze kind of whipping in a little bit from center field. Trying to angle it from our flag out here and over to our right and which direction the wind's kind of going. El Mowry still on for the Wildcats. She's pitching with a lead now as the Wildcats lead at 1-0. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning here. Taylor Schaefer, Jesse Del Toro, and Lexi Iwema, your scheduled hitters here for the Indians. Pitches upstairs on Schaefer. Count 2-1 on her. Coming from that left side. Trying to poke something out into right center. They're giving a decent gap. Center fielder kind of patrolling that direction, though. So 3-1 the count. Lake Central's threatened in the last 2 innings, but now find themselves trailing 1-0. And if you're Hanover, this is so far a big win in the game. You're trying to break this game up into segments, and now that you're leading 1-0 and held Lake Central off the scoreboard here, is this one down the left field line, and this will be a fair ball for Schaefer. She makes the turnaround second and will stop at second with a leadoff double as that went right down that left field line and just touched down fair.
With the bat, number 27, Jesse Del Toro.
So for Schaefer, that's her 13th extra base hit of the season. And we will have a courtesy runner in for Lake Central. No, I'm sorry, that's still Schaefer. She was giving all her extra equipment away. Nope, we are going to have a courtesy runner.
We have a sub running.
That'll be Bree Bracken, the senior.
Jesse at number 12, Bree Bracken.
So Bree Bracken on to try to get this game tied. And she will run for Schaefer. So Jesse Del Toro would like to drive in that 16th run of the season. She reached on an error her last time up. Pitch missing outside. Definitely the chirping happening a little bit more here. Like Central chirping on the encouraging words to Del Toro. Oh, and did that hit the bat or the helmet? It looked like it hit the helmet of Del Toro. So she has reached via the air and now has reached via a hit by pitch. And right off the noggin it went. And they're going to check on her, just make sure everything's okay. Shub is just going to talk to her, make sure everything's going okay. And a little kind of a concussion protocol type of move here, just to make sure everything's good, ask questions. Now that would be one to ask our friend Larry Babcock, if, what kind of questions would you ask in this situation if you're kind of just doing a quick little check? And for all I know, that's what Fred Shub is doing. He could be just saying, hey, where are you looking at going next year? What's going on? What's your future plans looking like? What are you having for dinner tonight? She's like, I don't know, man. What are you talking about? So Lexi Iwema up here. She singled her last time up. Had the first hit of the game for either side. That one comes outside. This time she comes up with runners at first and second, with nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Swing and a miss for Iwema. She said, okay, I got that one. Timed that one out. Three-sport athlete here at Lake Central. Volleyball, girls basketball. Got to go down to state back in February with that team. That one comes over her head. So Lexi trying to get her 18th RBI to tie the game. 19th would put them ahead. Asks for time and now ready to get the pitch. This one chopped on the ground, up the middle and through for a hit. Coming around to score is Bracken, and she is in. And we're tied at 1. RBI single Lexi Iwema, and now this brings up Maddie Wainwright, catcher for Lake Central. So Lexi Iwema gets RBI number 18 with that single. She was coming in 475 on the year, and that'll go up with back-to-back hits. First pitch into Wainwright inside for ball 1. And we'll have time called here, and things kind of getting put back into motion. Pitches inside, so 2-0 on Wainwright. Ken runners on first and second. Nobody out here in the fourth. Lake Central has tied this one at 1. That one coming out. Got awards to hand out at the end of this one. We'll have 3 of them. The Crowell Company's Lancherman Superhero of the Game, the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game, and the Proud Union Home Play of the Game. That pitch was called a strike. So 3-1 the count here on the catcher Wainwright. (3-1) popped up and caught. Looking at third base there, not going to be able to advance on the catch. What a play by Stilley, though, to stay with it and make the catch. So you got to believe for Mowry there in the circle. Definitely a sigh of relief. may have a pinch hit situation here as you've had Tovar coming out to communicate with the home plate umpire, and I'm trying to see that number out there as to who might be a potential pinch hitter.
Up back, number 11, Izzy Kolinsky.
And number 11, Izzy Kolinsky, will come up here for Caitlin Streiler. So Kolinsky is on to pinch hit. This one popped up off to the right and will get out of play. So Kolinsky's actually got her name in the two different parts of the batting order. She was a courtesy runner for Maddie Wainwright. Now she's a pinch hitter for Caitlin Streiler. Do we have a switch then? Oh, there's two of them. This is Izzy. Okay, I beg your pardon. Thank you. So before it was Mackenzie Kolinsky that came into courtesy run. Got it. Okay. I'm going to put a rule out there. No more sisters and brothers on teams. Makes it too difficult. This one gets away on the wild pitch. I'm only kidding, though. It's always fun to have siblings on the team. So Mackenzie Kolinsky was in that 7 spot. This is Izzy Kolinsky batting here. So runners advance to second and third with one out. Are we going pass ball on that or wild pitch? Wild pitch, okay. Just making sure. Just checking with the official scores here in the press box. Runners are ready to motor. This one driven into right. This one caught in fair territory. Run comes home, and Lake Central will take the lead on the sacrifice fly. So that wild pitch looming large here. Both runners tag up. Del Toro comes home. Iwema heads to third. Catch was made by Jermalowitz out there out in right, and we're going to have a conversation here between Coach Ankowitz, and they might be. And now we're going to have a conversation with the Lake Central head coach. Not sure what this conversation could be about. I don't know if they were they appealing something? Like maybe the runner tagged too early? I don't know. So the potential illegal pitch, and they get to kind of decide, well, they're going to take the run, obviously, on that one. First pitch into Izzy Portenga. Taken upstairs, ball one. And that was just pure speculation as to what the question might have been or what that conversation may have been. That one lined out to the left, but foul. Portenga walked her last time up. Look at him. Pick one out and drive it here. Get that third run across the board for Lake Central. This one lined into right. Makes the turn, trying to get maybe a little bit of an interference call here. See, the runner ran into the first baseman over there. So I think we're going to have a conversation here. So she's going to get to stay at first base. I mean, obviously, she makes the turn and makes an aggressive look towards second. Was not going to get second base. If she did, very likely would have been tagged out. So just trying to appeal something there. But Portenga gets an RBI. First of the season for her as Iwema came around to score. And this brings back up the top of the lineup for Lake Central. They lead it 3-1. It's Kate Wrenchen in the top of the Lake Central lineup back here. Appreciate you all tuning in from wherever you may be tuning in from. This one chopped just over the circle, trying to flip it to first. It gets away. Portenga will get to third. They're going to throw it back in. It's stopped by Mowry. Wrenchen into second. Comia picked that one up out behind the circle, was looking to try to get it out of her glove and just couldn't get it out quickly enough, and then just sped up that throw a little too quickly, and it got away from Caston. So we'll say E6 on that throw to allow the runner to get all the way down to second base. And Portenga all the way down to third. Actually, I'm going to change it in my score. I'm going to rule that a hit and then an error to go down to second. That's what I'm going to do. I got this. Yeah, I think she definitely would have beaten the throw, and then the throw went wild. So everyone in the press box agrees with me as well. So yeah, I must be doing something right if they agree with me, because they are a lot smarter than I am. That one comes upstairs on Adams. So again, runners at second and third this time with 2 outs in the inning. This one slow roller on the right side. Ankowitz picks it up and tosses it over to first to get the out, but Lake Central puts 3 across the board. It's 3-1 as we go to the 5th. You're watching Game Night here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Crowell Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
Back here at Lake Central High School, NIPSCO is proud to be powering the youth of Northern Indiana. NIPSCO is wishing its Northern Indiana high schools to have safe competition while displaying sportsmanship on and off the field. We go top of the 5th. Paige Jamalowitz, Abigail Baumid, and Adeline McMahon, your scheduled hitters here in the 5th for the Wildcats. Maddie Such still in the circle. First pitch showing bunt and fouling that one straight back for strike one. Again, we do appreciate you guys tuning in from wherever you may be tuning in from. Watching a heck of a ball game here between Lake Central and Hanover. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one comes inside. Nine strikeouts on the game so far for Maddie Such. She had 115 coming in. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Definitely an air of confidence in that circle, that's for sure. And even after kind of having a little bit of a hiccup in that fourth inning, still came back on poised and got right back in there to do the job. That one missing a little high and maybe outside. So the count evens at 2. Hanover trying to will their team on here. Trailing by 2 now here in the 5th. That one in there for called strike 3.
At bat, number 4, Abby Bauman.
10 strikeouts for Maddie Such. That gives her 125 on the year. That matches Zach Zanelli's IQ over here to my right. Showing bunt, pulls it back, but it's called a strike anyway. May not have gotten it back in time. I say Zach's got a 125 IQ because he knows how to work that computer over there, and I'm not touching it. He tries really hard not to laugh at my jokes, but because he knows they're so bad, he doesn't want to give in. And because he knows if he laughs, he's going to hear more of them. Bauman here from the left side, or from the right side, excuse me. It's another pitch from Maddie Such. This one swung on and missed. 1-2 with one away here in the 5th. Digging back in here. Wants to keep this Hanover lineup moving. That one comes in and hits her on the backside. So 1-2 count, comes back and gets a hit by pitch, so a quality at bat for Bauman. And it may be a little bit painful, but she's going to take it. Let's get on base here the way that Maddie Such has been pitching. So this will bring up McMahon now, the left fielder, one of the strikeout victims. Only 2 people in this Hanover lineup have not struck out in the game today. That is Sienna Ankowitz and now Abigail Bauman. Right foot on the rubber, left foot behind it. Comes and fires, and they're saying, nope, that's going to be ball 1. It is kind of helpful. The home plate umpire will signal kind of, nope, didn't have it as a strike. It's kind of that tell a little bit for the umpire, whether they're going to call it a strike or not. As soon as they shake their head, no, I didn't have it as a strike. Half swing, go down to first, not in time, but it is a strike called on McMahon here. Number 6 in the 8th spot in the lineup. 250 coming into today. Just have an extra base hit on the year. We'd like to see number 2 right here for the Wildcats. Called as a strike. Not sure if it was on the swing. Had to have been kind of pushing herself down that first baseline a little bit, so the bat probably went past the plate. So 1-2 the count here. Swing and a miss. 2 away here in the 5th.
On the bat, number 13, Peyton Ankowitz.
So Peyton Ankowitz now. First pitch into Ankowitz outside for ball one. Getting a note here from our executive producer. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, 17 is the Max Preps ranking for Lake Central. USA Today, though, has Lake Central at number 8 nationally in the country. I knew they were top 10. I just didn't realize which outlet had them in the top 10 nationally. This is certainly a team that has really taken to the expectations for coming into this year. Runner down to second. They're going to concede that as the count 1-1 here on Ankowitz. So it is a stolen base. Sorry, 1-2 the count here on Ankowitz. But yeah, writing in my scorebook today, writing down the batting averages for a lot of these Lake Central hitters. Like normally for baseball, I'll see 300s. You might flirt with 400s a little bit. I'm writing down 566, 582, 531, 408, and eventually get 475, 500, and it's like holy moly. Manufacturing runs, something Lake Central does well, and now Hanover trying to do that same thing here. This one popping up out to our left. It'll get into the stands. Right behind home plate. Just a shade to our left. Nothing for Zaxonelli or Scott Stessel to worry about over there. If another one comes your way, though, Zach, you got to pop that window open and try to catch it. 2-2 count coming up here. Swing and a miss. 12 strikeouts for Matty Such on the day. And we go to the bottom of the fifth. Lake Central leads at 3-1. You're watching Game Night here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Save for a healthy tomorrow with an HSA checking account from Tech Credit Union. It's a tax-advantaged way to save and pay for healthcare expenses. You'll enjoy no setup fee, no annual fee, and easy access to funds. Plus, you'll earn a better-than-competitive dividend rate, currently at 2.27% APY. Visit techcu.org, contact any branch, or call 800-276-8324 to learn more. Tech Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA. Rates may change without notice.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. Michael Brenner back here at Lake Central High School. Got Zaxonelli working all the production. Scott Stessel working the camera. Making sure all these images and likenesses are good for you here, as we will have a new pitcher on for Hanover, and that'll be Peyton Ankowitz. So she is on to relieve Mowry on the day. So bottom of the fifth inning here to be Van Vossen, Schaefer, and Del Toro on to hit for Lake Central here. The scheduled hitters in this fifth inning. So Ankowitz from the circle fires the first pitch, and Van Vossen can't catch up to that one. 0 for 2 on the day for Michaela Van Vossen. Got to believe she's due for one here eventually. One of those top hitters in this Lake Central lineup, coming in .531 on the year. Only a sophomore on this Lake Central team. This one lifted down the left field. And we'll get out of play, and we'll bounce into one of the neighbors' yards over here to our left. I know the neighbors of Lake Central here love to get the foul balls in their yards, so that way random strangers can hop the fence and try to get the balls. And that'll be a ball here on Van Vossen. It's not like back in the day. If you used to, get the foul ball and you got to return, you return the foul ball, you used to get something like either, a stick of gum or something back in the day. I don't think you get that anymore. Full count here to Van Vossen. She has grounded out to the pitcher both her plate appearances. And that's going to be in there for called strike 3. She turns around, can't believe it. And caught looking. That is the first Lake Central strikeout of the late afternoon, early evening here. And this will bring up Taylor Schaefer now. So Maury didn't have a single strikeout, and now Ankowitz comes in here and grabs one. So Schaefer 1 for 2 on the day, had a double to lead off that 4th inning for Lake Central that eventually came around to score as Bree Bracken came around to score. Schaefer was lifted for the courtesy runner of Bree Bracken, a senior. Missing outside. So 2 balls, no strikes. So Ankowitz in from the circle, delivers again and just outside yet again. So 3-0 the count here. Schaefer the shortstop. Trying to work her way on getting on base as well. Lake Central leads at 3-1 here. And that's going to be ball 4. So with 1 out, it's a base on balls, and this will bring up Jessie Del Toro.
Up back, number 27, Jessie Del Toro.
So Del Toro has had an interesting couple of trips to the plate today. She reached on an error and then was also hit by a pitch as well. This one lined down the left field line, and this will touch down foul. Almost getting that to the 216 sign out there and straight away left. Lake Central 3 runs on 6 hits, no errors. Hanover 1 run on 2 hits with a couple of errors. Lake Central looking to tack on a few more if possible here in this 5th inning. This one gets away, and now Schaefer will make the turnaround second. She'll hold up there. A couple of wild pitches in this one have definitely been a difference maker. That's what allowed Comia to score for Hanover in that 4th inning, and it's allowed a couple of runs to score here for Lake Central. We'll see if this one plays a factor. One coming upstairs on Del Toro. Alexia Wima waiting on deck. She wants a chance to grab another RBI here in this one. This one lifted in the air, left center. McMahon and Duffy. McMahon will make the catch. The throw down to third is not in time. Schaefer able to tag up.
Up back, number 16, Lexi Iwima.
So Schaefer able to tag, get to third base. That could loom large for Lake Central. They already lead at 3-1, but runs can come into premium at times in a ball game. You never know what Hanover can do in the top of the 6th inning. Lexi Iwima waits. She's 2 for 2 on this absolutely glorious day for softball, baseball, whatever sport you want to play outdoors today. Tennis, golf, whatever it might be. track, field events, anything. So 1-0 on Iwema. This one hits the bat, and this one it popped in the air and just hit foul. Ballman trying to make a play over there, but kind of got caught by the runner. So the count evens at 1 here on Iwema. So her parents walking in today is going to chat with some of the coaches, parents, teachers here at Lake Central. Upstairs, 2-1 on Lexi Iwema. Again, she's 18 RBIs on the year. She would like to get that 19th right here if she can. All she got to do is deposit one out into the outfield somewhere. That one's going to be a strike. Kind of got a hole in the center gaps, that's for sure. Left field kind of playing pretty close to the line, so is right field. Center field just kind of to the left of the second base bag from our vantage point up here. This one up in the air, popped up. This will be foul, though. Almost going onto the baseball field. Not enough bounce off the concrete, though. Tell you what, though, those ones come up to the right just a little bit. Zach Zanelli's he's alert. He's ready to go now. That one came right for the window. And I'm told he even knocked our signal out for a hot second there when that foul ball came to the window. Well, they call it the hot seat for a reason there, Zach. And a foul tip into the mid, and that will retire the side here in the 5th. We go to the 6th. Lake Central still leads at 3-1. You're watching Game Night here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Planting a tree, installing a fence, whether your project is big or small, NIPSCO reminds you to know what's below and contact 811 at least 2 full business days before doing any digging so that utility companies can mark the location of their underground lines. Contacting 811 is free and it's the law. Avoid possible penalties, costly repairs, or injuries. DIY or a pro, safety is in your hands. Every dig, every time.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. We go to the top of the 6th inning here between Lake Central and Hanover Central. Don't forget we have awards to hand out. We do have a new pitcher. I thought I saw 31 was warming up, but we do have a new pitcher to be number 25 for the Indians. Thank you to everyone here in the press box. Sofia Calderaro. So Calderaro, after a 12 strikeout performance from Maddie Such. Getting to warm up here. And for Hanover to be the top of their lineup, so Camilla, Duffy, and Ankowitz. So warm-up pitches are drawing to a close here, and home plate umpire will jump back behind the plate. Camilla 1 for 2 on the day. Had a leadoff double to start that 4th inning. Kind of felt the way things were going. It was a hitless ball game up to that point. Kind of just kind of rang the bell of everybody right off the bat. It just kind of felt like a very unexpected thing to happen at that point in that juncture of the game. That's what Comilla was taking advantage of. Things were rolling for Maddie Such, and then bang, double the lead off the fourth, and then Hanover got to come across the board first. Lake Central answered back in the bottom of the fourth inning with 3 runs of their own. That's where we still stand here in the top of the 6th inning now. Comilla down the left field line, but this will be foul. Hits the base of the fence over there, stays on the Lake Central side of things. Calderero in the circle now for Lake Central. Impressive day from Maddie Such, 12 strikeouts in 5 innings of work. This one on the ground, left side, picked up by Schaefer over to first, not in time. And it'll be a leadoff single to start things up for the Wildcats. Last time Comilla got things started, Hanover got that run across the board. She goes down to second and in time for the stolen base. So Hanover trying a little small ball action to try to manufacture some runs here. So just like that, a runner on second base. And Coach Tovar will head out to chat with her pitcher. Caitlin Duffy on. Kind of like an animated conversation out there. We've got whatever charts in the hand kind of flying all over the place there. So a lot of times when there is a lot of high accolades and expectations on a team, sometimes when you miss those little minute details, just trying to shore those things back up. Trying to make sure everybody stays on the same page here. Potentially looking for a bunt. Corner infield drawn in. Bunt shown, fouled away at the plate. I would have to imagine here that as long as contact is made and it stays in fair territory, this is going to be an easy run for Comilla because nobody would be covering third because of the bunt, and then Schaefer has to go from basically a dead standstill, and you already got Comilla who's already breaking towards third. It would be a kind of a foot race down there to third. But I imagine Comilla has got the major advantage going there, so as long as contact is made, they're going to get that runner down to third. But getting that contact is no easy thing to do. Breaking, this one down. They're going to throw to first, and they get the out at first, and that run does get to third base, so a nice sacrifice from Duffy there. So this will be Sienna Inkowitz who has that lone RBI. One for two today is Inkowitz. Showing bunt. Thought about throwing down to third, but nobody there to throw it to, so runner has to scurry back. Hanover trying to get this second run across the board, make it a one-run game, and sometimes you don't got to get both back, just kind of inching your way back, I should say. Another pitch to Inkowitz outside. So 2-1, the count here to Inkowitz. kind of changing that eye level a little bit, trying to mess with location, make things a little uncomfortable for her, and we'll have a step off. Is that going to be a balk is the question. Doesn't appear to be that she stepped off before any other movement was made. Hanover kind of all pointing in the direction of, going to home plate, or pointing to the pitcher, and then saying they should be going to home plate. Swing and a miss, and down on strikes goes Inkowitz.
Number 21, Sienna Stilley.
So here comes Sienna Stilley now. 0 for 2 on the day, trying to come through in a big way here for the Wildcats. First pitch, missing low for a ball. Count evens at 1. Junior set to deliver here. Calderero. This one popped up. This will get out of play. And the count will go to 1-2 with 2 outs. Lake Central trying to close the door on this little rally here for Hanover. Trying to get that second run across the board, make it a 1-run game. Lake Central trying to keep it right where it's at. They're 1 pitch away from doing it, but also 1 pitch away from making this a 1-run game. Popped up, right side, Van Vossen there to make the catch. And the top of the 6th comes to an end. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Lake Central coming up. Still 3-1 LC. You're watching Game 9 of the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
The Athletic Performance Factory is Northwest Indiana's premier athletic training center. The 40,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility features batting cages, a sand training room, a new outdoor turf infield, and so much more. Check out the facility for one of their daily classes at 3150 45th Street in Highland. Interested in signing up for team workouts or individual lessons? Check out their website at trainapf.com or contact them at 219-750-1087. Athletic Performance Factory, where athletes are made.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning here at Lake Central. Hanover here has definitely been giving Lake Central their money's worth. Fans definitely getting their money's worth here at Lake Central today, seeing a quality game between two good programs. And we talked about Lake Central 24-0 on the year. Hanover 10-7 on the year out of the NCC. Wainwright is your hitter here. This one comes upstairs. Be Wainwright, Stryler, and Portinga, your scheduled hitters here in the 6th inning. In the home half of the 6th. From the circle, this one lined and caught right at short. Comia.
On the bat, number 32, Caitlin Stryler.
So Caitlin Stryler on now. Peyton Inkowitz, still in the circle for the Wildcats. First pitch popped up. Getting out of play right on the roof there. Okay, that loud thud sound that you'd heard was not the ball hitting my head. Just the roof. Zach was trying to protect me on that one, though. He's thinking to himself over there, I am never working with this guy again. He doesn't leave me alone. Sexton really doing great work on the production. Scott Stessel on camera today. Stryler digging back in here. Ankowitz checking the wristband card. 0-1 coming inside, so the count evens at 1 now. We're also at the point in the evening now where that sun starts to become a factor as this one popped up. Shallow center field coming in and making the catch is Duffy out in center. Really nice play. Running in. Now, luckily for her, she's in that shaded portion of the outfield there. And if you're in right field right now, this is kind of that time. If you're on that right side where that sun is beginning to set, I'll be on third base, so that sun kind of dropping right near the tree line here and right into the eyes of the defenders. Izzy Portenga swing and miss. Ball on a strike now with 2 outs here in the 6th. Hanover will have 3 more chances to try to get 2 runs across the board to either take a lead or try to force a bottom of the 7th inning. Lake Central wants to add on here if they can, but it's down to their final strike here in the 6th. Ankowitz from that first base side of the rubber kicks and fires, and it's going to be outside, so 2-2. And swing and miss. And we go to the 7th, Hanover's last opportunities. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
And at the end of 6, we have a score, Lake Central 3.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
How far would you go to live another game night in the region? Well, lucky for you, you don't have to go far at all. At Region Sports Network, we have a collection of over thousands of games, ranging from last week to the 1960s. Now, you can relive the thrilling victories, heartbreaking defeats, and all the things that make Region Sports so great. Talk to us here at RSN and help us remember the region. Please visit Remember the Region with the link on the screen or through our link tree found on all of our social media platforms. Hashtag Remember the Region.
We go to the top of the 7th inning here at Lake Central. Hanover with last efforts trying to get 2 runs across the board to tie this one. 3 would take the lead. Abigail Caston, Paige Jamalowitz, and Abigail Bauman, your scheduled hitters here for Hanover. And I believe quickly 0-2 here on Caston. 0-2. This one fouled off to our right. Gets out of play. Hits the little shed here off to our right. So another 0-2 on the way. Calderero gets that one just a bit outside. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes. 14 strikeouts on the day for LC pitching. 12 coming to Maddie Such. 2 to Sophia Calderero. This will bring up Paige Jermalowitz for the Wildcats. This one right back to the screen. 0-2 on the day. A lot of strikeout victims across this scorecard here today. Everyone has struck out in this lineup except for Abigail Bauman. Swing and a miss. And yet, with 14 strikeouts, it's only a 2-run ball game, so pretty impressive. And so it's been pretty good pitching on the other end as well. Keep Lake Central at bay. This is a team that averages about 10 runs a game. And down on strikes. 15 strikeouts on the day. So this.
Number 17, Brooklyn Usman.
So Brooklyn Usman will pinch hit. So Bauman gets to leave the game and say, I did not strike out today. Only one in the lineup that did not. Usman trying to keep this game going, though. Hanover down to their final out. First pitch. Misses low for a ball. Count evens at 1. Lake Central looking to be 25-0 if this score holds. One and two. And that'll do it. Striking out the side in the top of the 7th, and Lake Central picks up their 25th victory on the season.
Thank you everyone for coming out tonight. Lake Central will be playing here against Crown Point.
So Lake Central will see Crown Point tomorrow. That'll be a big game. I believe we'll have that right here on the Region Sports Network. We're going to step aside for just a moment. We're going to crunch the numbers, and we're going to go ahead and give you our award winners on the other side of the break. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
When life keeps you busy and you can't get to the store, shop online with Strachan Van Til To Go. Our to-go service is easy to use. Register using your rewards account information, fill your virtual cart, and choose delivery or pickup. Once your order is in, our own Strachan Van Til team preps your order with care. With our to-go service, you can earn reward points and save time and money with our online coupons and weekly ad prices. Life made simple, shopping made easy. For more information or to sign up, visit shop.strachanvantil.com.
And we welcome you back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. Michael Brenner here to wrap things up. Lake Central gets the win 3-1 here against the Hanover Central Wildcats. So 25-0 on the year now for Lake Central. Let's go ahead and talk about that meat of the matter. It was really a dominant pitching performance really on both sides of the ledger here today. Both El Mowry and Maddie Such doing a great job of kind of keeping hitters off. Bay Lake Central averages 10 runs a game, only mustered 3 runs here today, so a great pitching performance on both sides of the scorecard here today. And then just trying to get those timely hittings and trying to get those small ball kind of mentalities. Wild pitches played a factor in this one as well throughout the ballgame to move runners into positions where they can score on little dink and dunk hits. But we did see some power a little bit here and there on doubles to certain alleys of the field here today. So that's been your meat of the matter, brought to you by the Region Sports Network. We'll go ahead and come up with our award winners. And first is our Crowd Companies Lantern Man Superhero of the game. The Crowd Companies are proud to recognize the superheroes on the softball diamond. We're going to go with Maddie Such, the starting pitcher today for Lake Central in that circle. She went 5 innings, had 12 strikeouts in the game, only allowed 1 run in that effort. Really just kind of kept Hanover at bay all game long and couldn't get anything really going against her. A couple of hits here and there, but even a walk in the first inning that was kind of written off fairly quickly. So just a dominant performance by Maddie Such. And we will go ahead and name our Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the game. Learn about apprenticeship programs and more at local374.org. I'm going to go with Sienna Ankowitz in this one. Had a couple of great plays out in the field today at second base, and then had that lone RBI for Hanover on that single back in the 4th inning to score Gabrielle Comia. So I'm going to go with Sienna Ankowitz as our Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the game. And then the Proud Eden Home Play of the game presented by the Region Sports Network. We got to go all the way back to the 1st inning for this one. Looked like maybe Hanover might try to get something going early here in this one. After 1 out, there was a base on balls to Caitlin Duffy, but then Sienna Ankowitz lined right to Maddie Such, and then they picked off the runner Duffy over at first base. So kind of just killed any momentum that might have been building right off the bat for the Wildcats, and Lake Central never really looked back after that. It became a 1-0 game, but then Lake Central roared back with 3. But that first inning just kind of ruining any momentum that kind of started there for Hanover early in this ball game. All right, it is time to wrap things up. Our executive producer is Chris Ramirez. Our operations manager is Rich Castillo. Coordinating producer is Zach Miller, and then our sports director is Mike DeWan. We got Zach Zanelli doing the production today. Scott Stessel working the camera. Gentlemen, good job as always. Big thanks to Sam Ankowitz from Hanover, and you have Tovar for getting us all the lineups and everything we needed for the game today. Big thanks to ADs Kelly Burmis of Hanover, and then Chris Enyart of Lake Central for getting things all set up for us. Appreciate that. And then, of course, you the viewers on Facebook, YouTube, regionsports.com, wherever you may be tuning in from, we appreciate that. Thanks for joining us. This has been a production of the Region Sports Network. I'm Mike Brenner. Thanks for joining us. This has been the only game in town.